You sit at your desk for 8 exhausting hours, but when you look back, you've maybe accomplished 2 hours of actual meaningful output. It is easy to blame yourself for lacking discipline, but the reality is your time is vanishing into the administrative grind. You are spending your mental energy switching between apps, fielding urgent messages, and constantly deciding what needs your attention next. Psychologists actually call this exact phenomenon decision fatigue. The research shows that the average knowledge worker burns 20 to 30% of their entire week just deciding what to do. This chart plots decision quality against the time of day. Notice how the primary line drops off a cliff right around the afternoon slump. Simultaneously, the line for impulse choices shoots straight up. Your brain is exhausted for making micro choices all morning. You don't have a productivity problem. You have a decision problem. Your mental energy is bleeding out on logistics before you even get to the execution. Software companies have finally noticed this exhaustion. Right now, the market is flooded with AI scheduling tools promising to cure it. The current landscape is confusing. You have free ChatGPT prompts, rebranded traditional to-do lists, and fully autonomous scheduling agents. To actually get your time back, you have to make a difficult trade. You have to surrender the comforting illusion of manually controlling your calendar and let a machine prioritize your day. We are going to categorize this landscape based on the complexity of your workload. That means you need to decide exactly how much autonomy you are willing to trust. The first path is for those already overwhelmed by software bloat. We call it the DIY minimalist approach, using accessible, free tools like a standard ChatGPT prompt or Trevor AI. The entire system relies on a single daily habit. Every morning, you perform a brain dump into an LLM using either text or voice. You tell it everything bouncing around in your head. The AI acts as a lightweight filter, extracting your top 3 daily priorities. You get immediate clarity without having to learn a complex new software ecosystem. The catch is that this generates a completely static plan. If an emergency torpedoes your afternoon, the AI will not step in to fix the rest of your schedule. You have to do that yourself. This path is perfect for solo creators who want a quick filter for daily chaos. You trade deep automation for high privacy and zero financial cost. If you are a manager or executive stuck playing calendar Tetris all day, you need path 2, the autonomous schedulers. Tools like Motion and Reclaim.ai live here. Getting started requires a heavy lift. You sync your external calendars, establish strict task deadlines, and assign rigid priority levels to everything you do. Once configured, the algorithm takes over. When a surprise meeting drops in, it reshuffles the board to fit remaining tasks. It also offers habit protection. A deep work block turns into a rigid lock, physically deflecting new meeting requests. Adopting this tier comes with a massive psychological hurdle. You have to give up absolute manual control over your own day. If you try to micromanage the software or manually override the scheduled blocks, you actively break the system. You have to let the algorithm do its job. Path 2 requires a total leap of faith. It transforms a static calendar into a living, self-healing system, provided you trust it to run. The final, most extreme path brings us to the bleeding edge of productivity tech, executing agents, built on platforms like Carly. There is a strict boundary here. Planners organize your day and tell you what to do. Agents actually execute the administrative work on your behalf. Look at this integration flow. An agent connects directly to your tools via API. It autonomously drafts emails, negotiates meeting times over SMS, and updates your CRM records, all while you focus on your actual job. The trade-off is a premium monthly cost and a completely different way of working. You abandon the visual timeline of a traditional calendar in favor of invisible, email-based delegation. Executing agents eliminate the administrative task entirely rather than just organizing it better. By removing the work itself, they are the ultimate cure for decision fatigue. This chart is the AI productivity matrix. It maps the software landscape so you can accurately self-diagnose your specific bottleneck. If you have a solo workload and only need light planning assistance, you belong in the bottom left quadrant with the DIY minimalists. Users dealing with heavy team coordination who still execute their own daily tasks land in the bottom right, where the auto-schedulers live. For those with complex workflows who need to offload actual administrative labor, you move to the top right quadrant with executing agents. Stop paying for software that solves problems you don't actually have. Pick your quadrant, set up the system, and stick to it. There is one final, unexpected hurdle to adopting these systems. When the software actually works, you will feel guilty about finishing your workday early. In a recent 30-day experiment, completely trusting an AI schedule increased a user's actual task completion rate from 60% to 89%. The user finished their entire workload by 2 in the afternoon, 3 days in a row. It is a jarring phenomenon to stare at an empty task list in the middle of the day, but it proves that being busy is a false metric for productivity. To make this transition, you have to abandon the chaotic comfort of the manual grind. Having empty time after real work is the whole point of the system. AI scheduling does not generate more hours in a day. It simply exposes the hours you are wasting on choices, finally giving you permission to walk away from the desk.